Welcome back to Today We Wrench. We're back on the Rossier ski. We just got a bunch of parts back from powder coating, so we're gonna get to work on installing this UMI. We're gonna bust out the wrenches and tighten away.
Just as a reminder, our channel sponsor is VintageJetSki.com. Cam and the boys will take good care of you. They carry WSM, HydroTurf, Jet Trim, and they even carry PWC Graphics, which is the graphics we use to do our restorations. So be sure to visit them and use promo code TodayWeWrench for an extra 5% off all your parts. All right, so we put our top plate in, we put our new bearings in. This entire piece was powder coated like Nick said in the beginning of the video. So we have our full bar set up. I'm using a Renthal bar setup that I've cut to like a runabout size. So with our new bearings and everything in, like I said, we're just gonna start mounting up. We have a finger throttle that we have powder coated, we have our button holder, and then we have to figure out how we're gonna mount our hydraulic trim, and then we're gonna use ODI grips because they're locking. So we're gonna start installing that. And then we talked about it in our other video, but we did a custom bracket for our oil system. So this is actually, because a couple people asked in the last video, this is actually a Skidoo OEM part. Skidoo made a ski that was pre-mix only. So this is the oil tank, and then we used a VTS plate and just kind of bent it. I manipulated it how I wanted to, and then I kind of edged it out for the cap. And then we had that powder coated, so that's all in with riv nuts. We have an intake grate that has to go in today. So we're gonna do the bars, the intake grate, and just kind of get this thing somewhat assembled so that we're pretty much close to just putting gas in this thing and starting it. So let's get all this stuff buttoned up, and then on the next one we'll have to do the turf bumpers like we talked about, seat cover, and just the aesthetic stuff, and then it's out on the water.
Is it good and tight?
Yeah, it looks nice too, because usually I don't powder coat this bottom, but I powder coated this bottom this time, and sometimes I kind of regret powder coating this because it doesn't look like it's billet anymore, but it looks nicer, so the heck with it.
We got all blue lines now. We switched out a few fuel and water lines so they all match.
Yeah, and we used different primer lines. So again, our other channel sponsor is Fast Flow Fuel Lines, and these are all from Fast Flow. The 1/8 inch ones that are on your primer are super nice. The ones that come with primer kits are usually really thin and cheap, and the ones from Fast Flow are very thick. So like the actual outside jacket is a 1/4 inch. So it's substantially thicker than the ones you get with your primer kit, and I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I mean, the more girth the better when it comes to...
Yeah. Give it to me, baby. So now we just gotta see how far this goes, because I know these... Yeah. Right about there. Pro tip. We haven't given a pro tip in a while.
Yeah.
Pro tip. When you're getting your stuff powder coated, make sure you take all your set screws out.
Did we not?
No, we did, but I've not in the past because I was told it wasn't needed. It's definitely needed. Oh, dude.
Like butter.
I can hear it. I can hear the brappage. I can hear the brappage now, bro.
I didn't know this was a Honda.
It could be, right? These are both GT manufacturing. GT manufacturing is probably my favorite finger throttle, which is what we just installed. But this is also a GT manufacturing single button holder. So it's kind of cool they just match. Charlie knew his shit back in the day.
Uncle Charles.
Charles. Killing the game, dude. This is probably my favorite piece, dude. You already know that. So this is a Baker trim, hydraulic trim. So I disassembled it. I got it all powder coated black, and then for the actual trim shaft, we polished it to a mirror finish and then clear anodized it so it doesn't get like corrosion and stuff on it. Dude, it moves.
Oh, it's like butter.
Like butter, dude. Look how nice that looks. You're never gonna see it, but it's just the attention to detail, you know what I mean?
I dig it.
So let's install this thing.
What you working on there, Nicky boy?
Alright, so we got the trim all in. We got the system bled. And it's working pretty damn well. I don't know if it's supposed to go back. I've never had one of these. I've only had the mechanical ones, not the hydraulic ones, but it's working very well in my opinion. So it looks nice. I mean, I don't know if all that effort of polishing the rod and everything was 100% worth it since you don't see it at all, but it's there. We're close now. We got the desk post going in. UMI's done.
Handlebars looking mint.
Yeah, handlebars look good. Alright, desk post. So you guys are going to see it, so I'm sure you'll have questions on it, so I'll explain it for you. I drilled holes in the rave valves so that I can monitor when the raves open and at what RPM. So I'll have the seat off when I'm in the river and stuff testing, and I'll notice when they lift and when they go back down. So I'll just pay attention to my tiny tack and fine tune it from there. This is a 95 hull, and on a 95 hull it had a pump extension on it. When I got it, the pump extension was off. I like the way that the pump extension handles much better than the regular 96, which doesn't have a pump extension, well 96 and up. So I put a pump extension back on it, and then for the impeller I put a new Delrin wear ring that we get from OSD, and I did a SCAT 1722 swirl, and then I sent it over to Impros and they fine-tuned it with a race finish and everything else. So the pump's all in, and now we're gonna get the nozzle, the R&D nozzle that we powder coated, and put that on. So because I'm a parts whore, I did 2 versions of these. Nick voted for his version, I voted for my version. Nick's version was all black. My favorite version was a silver to kind of like contrast the bottom. We did a poll on Facebook and Instagram, silver won. So that's what we're installing today. Sorry, buddy.
The people have spoken.
The tribe has spoken. Silver it is.
The sea dudes have chosen the silver.
Yeah, I mean, dude, just get a close-see of that. I mean, it looks good, dude.
I do like the black ring, so at least there's
Yeah, the black ring looks nice, and then the contrast, because this is going to be turf. So then, you know?
I don't know. Majority rules, dude.
Alright, let's put it on. So when I have a bunch of part outs, these are head bolts. These are the 11 mil head bolts. So I replace these with the head bolts because I just think they look nicer. You know? Polish them up with my wheel.
Dual use. And they're OEM.
Yeah. Cool. We just gotta hook up our VTS, which we gotta do our boot and stuff still. Or no, we did our boot. We just have to get a shaft, which we don't have one, so we're gonna have to order a 95 shaft. And then hook up our steering. And it's good to go. We have a tiny tack desk on this, right? And here's my idea. So a lot of people will drill like a hole somewhere over here and put the tiny tack here. So I keep like random brackets that come with pretty much anything. So here's my idea. We're gonna shove the tiny tack wire.
Oh, shove it.
Yeah. Right through our UMI, right? And then I have this bracket. So this is what I'm thinking. When you're sitting on it or standing on it, this could loop under, so you don't even see the wire, right? This will wire tie back on here. We'll make a bracket to fit the tiny tack, and then the tiny tack's right there. So staring you right in the face.
That's good.
I don't know if I like drilling the 2 holes in the hull, but...
What about Velcro?
Or sticky back tape. I was thinking like the body, like 3M sticky tape.
Yeah, the red stuff.
That you put like body kits and stuff on with.
Sure.
And if it falls off, then it falls off and we figure it out.
Yeah, better than drilling.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's do that. Alright, so there's my tape. Right? And then I'm going to put a piece of tape here. I've done this before on other hulls, and it's stuck fine. The only thing that's going to suck is that this tape where it's showing through.
It's going to be visible?
Well, the holes.
Yeah.
So it's going to get dirt and dust and shit in here.
Oh, because it's sticky on that.
So if this works out, I'm going to take this bracket, I'm going to weld these holes shut, grind it down, then powder coat this bracket. Know what I mean?
You love powder coat.
I do love powder coat. So then we're going to take one of these, a black sticky back, so we can tuck our wire out of the way. right? So let's go put it on the boat now.
Let's try it out. Just eyeballing it. What's the measurement here? Center
48 by 48 by 20.
Right here.
What?
Right here.
Yeah, fuck it.
Right here.
Yeah, right there.
Look at that precision.
Dude, I'm telling you. I should have been a doctor.
You write like one.
Damn.
Oh.
That was fucked.
Oh. That's right. I can't read my own handwriting for the shot list, so.
Okay. So I'm gonna sit on this bad dog now.
Like the seat.
Oh boy. I mean, it's just temporary for right now, but that's pretty sick. I think we're gonna have to bolt it down.
Well, we'll save 2 holes for now.
Yeah, we'll save 2. Well, here's the idea. If we have to bolt it down, I'm gonna weld these holes shut. I'll weld the hole shut. I'll grind it. I'll powder coat the bracket to match this, and then I'll put a bolt in the center with a riv nut.
1 bolt, yeah.
And but when I bolt it down, I'll put the double-sided tape on it so that it doesn't like start wiggling, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then that should be 100%. Cause like, I don't know, dude. It might work.
I think it's gonna work. That's shit. I'm sorry. That tape is industrial adhesive.
Right.
Up next, we're gonna install the Jet Dynamics intake grate. This is a number 6, and Nick had it powder coated silver to contrast the underside of the hull here. As you can see, it's jet black, so the silver is gonna give it a little contrast. Not that you're gonna see that very
Same
much.
color as the nozzle too.
Yeah, I mean, you might see it, you know, when it's up on the trailer or whatever. With all that polishing.
Oh yeah, with the polishing. Kidding me? Look at that. Bang bang! You forgot your bang bang.
Bang bang! You forgot your bling bling.
Woo! All right, let's put it on. I see the problem. We lost the Tachometer valve. Oh, dude, I'm so glad we polished this. It looks so much nicer.
Yeah, when you're laying underneath the jet ski. Well, I guess if it flips over, people will see it.
No, dude, when this goes to the Mika auto auction, bro, they're gonna ask.
I don't think I've seen a jet ski at Meekum.
You haven't seen a jet ski yet at Mika auto auction.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Da, da, da.
Baby. Is it in?
It's in there like swimwear.
Cool.
It looks good. A little full. A lot of sap.
Want a rag?
What?
Want a rag to wipe it off?
No, I got it.
What are you doing there, Nick? Eh?
Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to kind of like trace this out with tape, and then I'm gonna lift the tape and I'm gonna create some type of template to go inside of this. So this is where the air vent goes, and before I knew I was keeping this, because I originally it's gonna go to a racer, like we said in the intro video. It was gonna go to a racer. I was gonna race Region 8. I was gonna put the side vents back on, but now I don't want the side vents on, and it's already out of paint, obviously, so we can't fill and spray it. So I'm gonna create this template. I'm gonna trace it out on paper, right? So I'm gonna fold paper over this. I'm gonna trace out my hard edges, and then I'm gonna transpose it onto a piece of cardboard to make sure it fits right. And then we're gonna cut. We have a sheet of turf that we bought for the bumpers, a couple sheets of turf. So we're gonna trace this out, get our cardboard template, trace it onto the turf, cut out the turf, and then put it into this inlay.
So we're using CAD.
Yeah.
Cardboard aided design. Oh.
All right, let's see if it works. All right, so here's our template. I gotta add a little bit on the end, which I marked out, but I kind of wanted to leave this body line in because I like the way this looks.
Yeah, that recessed.
Yeah, and I did like an even reveal all the way down it. So I'm covering up all of our holes. And it's got a large surface area, right, without the holes. So it should stick pretty good. So we'll clean this up, make sure it's full of, or free of, grease and everything, and then we'll put our turf down. Hey, remind me that when we go to make the other side, we have to flip this piece over.
Well, yeah, so it matches.
Well, right, but I'll forget and I'll make 2 of them. Just like us last night.
Oh my god. Gonna wake the neighbors.
What it is, ho? What's up? I freaking love it, dude. I think it looks freaking sick.
It's like a VIP build now. We got diamond stitch.
Diamonds in the damn chain. Does it interfere with this seat though?
I don't know, the garbage bag seat.
Calm down.
Check
Dude,
it out.
that looks awesome.
That's the seat we're going with. Custom rip.
That looks awesome.
Yeah, with the black seat.
That looks awesome. That looks really good.
Let's get a little close up of the finished product.
I think it looks awesome.
Ooh.
I think it looks way better than Vents. And the turf, like you said, it was a better way to go this way. To kind of go with, it kind of flows with off the turf. It looks awesome.
Yeah, now we need a champagne holder on the handlebars because we got the VIP build going.
Yeah. All right, so that's it for this episode. In the next one, we'll be doing the new seat cover from Jet Trim. We'll finally get the hood back from paint. Our rear grab bar's out of paint. Our sponsons are at paint. So it's really just button up episode to just kind of get it 100% complete. We'll do a final check over, and then it'll be like wash it up, do one more check over, final start, and then it'll be off to river to test. So as always, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. It's your first intro, so you're gonna Tim Tebow it? But you're not kneeling for the flag, right? Because we stand for the flag in this house.
We're good.
You're good? Alright, cool.
Who Facebook messaged you?
So there's this dude, Dominic, and he used to own Dominic's Pizza over here in Frankfurt.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, bro, did you open up a pizza joint yet? And he's like, no, it's not in the cards for me, so it kind of ruined my night just now.
Okay, back to jet skis.